Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple MLB player props I like for today, for Monday, June the 19th. We have 10 total MLB games today, got a couple games that do start a little bit earlier, got a game that starts at like 4 Eastern, a couple 6 o'clock games, but 10 games today. I got two player props I want to share with you guys that we're going to talk through for today's slate. But before we do get started breaking down the plays, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they help you out, please hit that like button down below. I really do appreciate the likes, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you're new to the channel, and if you have never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up for Prizepicks. You can use my promo code Noah. When you do sign up with that promo code, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. So be sure to type that code in when you sign up, or just click the link down in the description. It'll take you straight to Prizepicks. You can sign up there, and make sure to use that code so that way you do get your deposit bonus when you sign up. Now, before we do talk through our plays for today, I want to recap our plays from our last video, which was on Saturday. I did not make a video for Sunday, but on Saturday we gave out two picks. Only hit one of our two picks on Saturday, unfortunately. We took the over on Bobby Miller's fantasy score, pitcher fantasy score. Miller had been pitching great this season, but that was not the case on Saturday. Had his worst start of the season, got blown up by the Giants. I think he gave up like 5 runs. He was looking pretty good through the first few innings, but then gave up a 3-run home run and just kind of went to crap after that. So that was really frustrating, especially with how good Miller's pitched this season to finally, the time we take him is the day that he gets blown up. Just go figure. But then we did also take the over on Corbin Carroll's fantasy score. Luckily, that pick did hit. Corbin Carroll hit a home run late in the game, I think bottom of the 8th inning in his last at-bat, hit a home run. So we kind of got lucky with that one. But once again, man, did not cash both of our plays. Been a really rough MLB season, I will say that for sure. MLB's a grind. I'll tell you guys that. We're going to be doing MLB for the next 3 months or so till NFL gets here. I personally, I do play a little bit lighter during the MLB season. I think MLB is a sport that just carries more variance. It's definitely a sport that I think can be difficult at times, but I still enjoy making content for MLB. I still enjoy sweating the games out. But I do play a little bit lighter. I'm going to be playing lighter over these next few months, but hopefully we can get back on track at some point here. I know the MLB season has been very frustrating so far, but let's talk through the two picks I do like for today's slate, guys. The first one we're going to talk about is going to be a pitcher strikeout combo prop. So this is kind of a new stat type that Prizepicks added where they combine two pitchers, they combine their strikeout props, and you can take more or less on their combined strikeout props. And the one that I really want to focus in on is Jose Barrios and Michael Wacha. Their strikeout prop combined is set at 9.5. So basically, we need 10 strikeouts or more from those two pitchers combined. And if you look at their strikeout props on Prizepicks, it's like where you would think it would be. Barrios is set at 4.5, and Michael Wacha is set at 5. So you add those two together, that's 9.5. But if you look on DraftKings Sportsbook right now, both their lines are set at 4.5 on DraftKings Sportsbook, but both are heavily favoring the over. So on DK Sportsbook, Barrios' line is set at 4.5, minus 135 juice on the over, and then Michael Wacha's line is set at 4.5, minus 145 juiced on the over. So both these pitchers are relatively close to. They're pretty much favored to get 5 strikeouts here. If they both get 5 strikeouts combined, well, that's 10 strikeouts, and that would be over this 9.5 number. So I do like more than 9.5 strikeouts combined for Barrios and Michael Wacha. And let's talk through the two matchups for these guys. So Barrios is going to face the Marlins. I think it's a pretty good matchup for Jose Barrios. The Marlins are a team that do have some strikeouts available in their lineup. If you look at their projected lineup for today, really the only two hitters that haven't been striking out much in their projected lineup are Luis Arias, who's one of the toughest guys to strike out. It's going to be really hard to get strikeouts against Luis Arias. He only has a 3% strikeout rate this season. But then John Birdie has a 19% strikeout rate. Every other hitter, though, has a K rate 22% or higher against right-handed pitching this season. Soler, 25% K rate. De La Cruz, 27%. Garrett Cooper, 31%. Sanchez, 26%. Wendell, 22%. Stallings, 24%. Davis, 26%. So there are plenty of strikeouts available in this matchup. And Jose Barrios, throughout his career, has always been a pitcher that has usually been able to get more strikeouts against right-handed bats than against left-handed bats. Now, so far this season, his strikeout rate has pretty much been identical to both sides of the plate. He struck out lefties at a 23% clip, righties 23.3%. But last season, only had a 17% K rate against lefties compared to a 22% K rate against righties. Barrios does throw a curveball. It's kind of like it's like a slurve. It's like a curveball that breaks away from hitters, and he's able to use that against right-handed hitters. Throw it like at the zone, and then it kind of breaks away out of the zone. He's able to get a lot of chases on that curveball. And I think that's, his most effective pitch is, especially for strikeouts to get punch outs, is that curveball. And he can throw that, curveball to right-handed hitters, get them to swing and miss. And this Marlins lineup is relatively right-handed heavy. They have 6 righties in their projected lineup right now. The only lefties are Arias, Sanchez, and Wendell. So if Berrios is going to get to face 6 righties here, 6 righties that will strike out, pretty much all of them besides Birdie. Even Birdie, 19% K rate, that's still, it's not like Birdie won't strike out. Arias is going to be the guy that's going to be tough to strike out. But every other hitter in this lineup, you can strike out. And Berrios, decent strikeout pitcher, 23% K rate this season. Like I said, he's been a guy that typically is able to get more strikeouts against right-handed hitters. Going to get to face a lot of righties in this Marlins lineup here. So I like his over, 4.5 strikeouts if you wanted to take that. But we're going to talk about, Michael Wacha in a second. I would rather go with the combined strikeout prop of Berrios and Wacha. But the over 4.5 Ks for Berrios, I kind of like as well. That prop, again, it is juiced, minus 135, favoring the over on DK Sportsbook. I wouldn't be surprised if you do see this line on Berrios get bumped to 5 at some point today. But the other, portion of this strikeout prop, combined strikeout prop, is Michael Wacha. And let's talk about Michael Wacha here. So he gets to face the Giants. The Giants have been a pretty good offensive team against right-handed pitching this season. They are a team that has power. They're a team that can put up runs against righties. But they are also a team that will strike out. And if you do look at team strikeout rate this season against right-handed pitching, we kind of talked about this in Saturday's video when we took the Bobby Miller play. Obviously, it didn't work out. But this season against right-handed pitching, 4th highest strikeout rate in the league goes to the Giants, 24.8% K rate. Only teams striking out more against righties are the Twins, the Athletics, and the Mariners. So the Giants are a team that will definitely swing and miss. And if you look at Michael Wacha lately, I mean, he has shown pretty good strikeout stuff. He has never really been a pitcher that has shown much strikeout upside. But this season, he does have a pretty solid 23% K rate. And if you look at his splits against righties and against lefties, he's actually been striking out lefties at a much higher clip. It was the same last season as well. Last season, 23% K rate to lefties compared to 17% against righties. Well, this season, 27% K rate to lefties compared to 20% against righties. And that's going to favor Michael Wacha in this matchup because he is going to get to face a lot of lefties. Right now, the Giants do have 6 lefties in their projected lineup: Wade, Estrada, Conforto, Yastrzemski, and Bailey. The only righties in their projected lineup are Mateos, Patrick Bailey, and Casey Schmidt. So Wacha's likely going to get to face 6 lefties. He's been striking out lefties 27% of the time this season, which is well above league average. And there are guys in this lineup that will strike out. Really, the only guys that haven't been striking out a ton for the Giants this season are Wade, Peterson, and Mateos. But Estrada, 25% K rate against righties. Conforto, 23.5%. 27% for Yastrzemski, 32% for Patrick Bailey, 23% for Crawford, 24% for Schmidt. All those numbers are above league average. So there are plenty of strikeouts available in this Giants lineup. Wacha has shown good strikeout stuff this season. I'm sure there's probably some regression coming from Michael Wacha. Like, I don't think he's going to continue to pitch as well as he has, but he's been getting swings and misses. He's been getting guys to chase pitches out of the zone. This Giants team, they have guys that will strike out. So I think combining Berrios and Michael Wacha's strikeout prop here does make a lot of sense. I could definitely see both these pitchers combining for 5 strikeouts or more. If they combine for 5 strikeouts or more, well, obviously they're going to go over 9.5 strikeouts combined. I could definitely see a scenario there where maybe one of them isn't on their game, but one of them is. So maybe like Berrios gets like 6 or 7 Ks, and maybe Wacha only gets like 3 or 4, but that would still put them over this line. Or vice versa. Maybe Berrios only gets 3 or 4 Ks, but Wacha gets like 6 or 7. So I like taking these two guys, combining their strikeout props. That's going to be our first play for today is Berrios and Wacha combined for more than 9.5 strikeouts. And then the other play that I like is going to be a pitcher fantasy score. And I want to talk about Hunter Brown's pitcher fantasy score. This line is at 29.5 on Prizepicks. And I like the over here for Hunter Brown. So Hunter Brown gets a matchup here at home against the Mets. Not the easiest matchup overall. The Mets are a solid offensive team, but they do have some strikeouts in their lineup. And the Mets offensively this season have not been nearly as good. I would say overall, I think as of late they've been hitting the ball a little bit better, but still, this is a matchup I think Brown can have success in. You look at this Mets lineup, I mean, there are some strikeouts available in this lineup. Every hitter besides Jeff McNeil has a K rate 20% or higher against right-handed pitching this season. 23% for Nimmo, 20% for Marte, 23% for Lindor, 20% for Alonso, 24% for Alvarez, 25% for Brett Beatty, 21% for Pham, and 20% for Luis Guillorme. So Besides Jeff McNeil, every hitter in this lineup has a K rate 20% or higher against righties. You look at Hunter Brown's sportsbook odds, and this is what I really want to focus on. This is something I like to look at when looking at pitcher fantasy scores. You can actually kind of make a rough projection in your head just based off what the sportsbooks have Hunter Brown projected for. So if you look at his strikeout prop on DK Sportsbook, it's currently set at 5.5. Juice is favoring the over, minus 135 on the over 5.5 strikeouts for Hunter Brown. You look at his pitching outs, that line is set at 17.5, but Juice is also favoring the over there. So minus 130 favoring the over 17.5 pitching outs. And then his earned runs line is set at 2.5, with Juice favoring the under, minus 130 on the under 2.5 runs allowed. So let's say Hunter Brown, Juice on the over 5.5 Ks. Let's say he's projected for 6 Ks. Juice is on the over 17.5 pitching outs. So let's say he's projected for 18 pitching outs, and then he's projected for 2 runs allowed. Well, if he goes 6 innings with 6 Ks and gives up 2 runs, when you add in the quality start, that would be 34 fantasy points right there. Obviously, there's plenty of ways Brown can go over this line, whether he's able to get more than the strikeout prop he's projected for, or maybe he's just able to pitch deep into the game. He has been pitching pretty well at home this season, so I think pitching at home here definitely helps him. This is a spot where the Mets do have a very low implied run total, so Vegas is not really expecting the Mets to put up many runs here. Just a 3.7 implied run total for the Mets. The chances of Hunter Brown getting a win in this spot I don't think are super great, just because with Max Scherzer on the mound for the Mets, you don't expect the Astros to put up a ton of runs against Scherzer. But then again, last start against the Yankees, Scherzer got absolutely destroyed and gave up like 6 runs. So I guess you never know with baseball. But if Hunter Brown could get a win, I mean, that would be great. But I'm really banking on a quality start, 5-6 strikeouts, maybe 1 or 2 runs allowed. If he does that, that probably puts him over this fantasy score. And I was looking at a lot of his other props too, like his strikeout prop. It is set at 5.5 on Prizepicks. Juice again is favoring the over, so I kind of like the over 5.5 strikeouts. His pitching outs line is set at 17.5. That was another play that I was looking at, but I could see a scenario where Hunter Brown doesn't go 6 innings, doesn't get a quality start, but does still go over this line. He has had 1 start this season where he's not gone 6 innings, but still gotten 30 fantasy points or more. It was against the White Sox. He went 5 2/3 innings, had 8 strikeouts, gave up 3 runs, finished with 38 fantasy points. There was 1 start, though, where he did go 6 innings, one of his recent starts against the Blue Jays. He went 6 innings, got a quality start, but only finished with 28 fantasy points, only had 5 strikeouts, gave up 3 runs in that one. But most of his starts this season where he's gone 6 innings, he's gotten well more than 30 fantasy points. So that's kind of why I like the fantasy points more than the pitching outs or more than the strikeouts. But kind of all these props you could take if you wanted to, but pitcher fantasy score is probably my favorite just because you have more outs with pitcher fantasy score. It's not like you need him to go out there and get like 7 Ks. I mean, he could get 3 strikeouts and still go over this fantasy score line if he pitches deep into the game, doesn't give up many runs, maybe gets a win. But I think when you look at his odds for his strikeout prop, how he's favored the over, you look at his pitching outs prop favoring the over. This line I think could be a little bit higher for Hunter Brown. I think this line could be like 31.5, 32.5. I feel like 29.5 is a little bit disrespectful. I mean, Hunter Brown's a really good pitcher. He's pitched really well this season. So these are the 2 props I like for today, guys. Jose Barrios and Michael Wacha combined for more than 9.5 strikeouts, and then Hunter Brown more than 29.5 pitcher fantasy score. Hopefully we'll be able to bounce back today. I know MLB, man, it's not been treating us well lately. MLB is definitely a frustrating sport at times, but I still do enjoy talking MLB with you guys, making content for MLB. We're going to be grinding out MLB for the next few months, and then we will definitely be getting ready for NFL, be posting plenty of NFL content when NFL season gets here. But I appreciate you guys supporting the content, supporting the channel. As always, hit that like button if you guys enjoy these videos. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And go check out Prizepicks as well. If you're not signed up for Prizepicks yet, sign up. Use that promo code NOAH. Get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on the slate. Hope you guys all enjoy your Monday night, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.